know, Oblivion Remastered dropped out of nowhere and everybody's basically freaking out about it, myself included. I haven't bought a game since Civilization 7, so I figured, why not? Why not? We'll have a little treat, you know? We all thought that we were done buying this game now, and that's just proof that we don't know ourselves very well. So good. Oblivion Remastered. The game that I have bought and installed and modded and deleted and reinstalled and modded again. And now I've paid for it once more, but, you know, just a little bit shinier. This isn't really a review. It's more just a video confession. Because once again, I am the problem. It's not even a surprise anymore. It's just tradition at this point. Like your drunk uncle at Thanksgiving yelling epithets. Truth is, you aren't really there for the quality. You are there for the familiarity. Which I think speaks volumes about why I snapped this fucking game up as soon as I saw it. I have a problem. There really is nothing new here. And I don't know, I guess that's kind of the point. They didn't reinvent Oblivion, which I think would have been a huge mistake. They didn't overhaul the mechanics, thank God. They didn't fix the AI or give the guards better reaction times, which, probably could have used a little upgrade, especially in higher difficulty levels, you know? They didn't re-record the voices, so yeah, everybody still sort of sounds like they're recording from inside of a broom closet. But what they did do was make the game fucking beautiful. Or at least, you know, more presentable in the current year. The draw distance is longer, the lighting is cleaner, you can see the seams now, not because they're worse, but because the clarity exposes what was always there. And I ate it all up, once again, that comforting bowl of familiar gray sludge. Gobbled it right down. Not because I thought it would surprise me, not because I expected it to be any better than it was last time, but because it's familiar, and I liked it then, so I must like it now. Nostalgia is powerful, and especially in the current year of our Lord 2025, familiarity is currency. Why do you think we all watched the Smurfs 3 movie? Oh, it was just me? Okay, well. We crave the illusion of change while demanding the comfort of sameness. Humans are curious. A better Oblivion would have scared everybody, but this one just welcomes us all back. Hey, come on in. Nothing's changed, although I hope you've upgraded your graphics card significantly. And, as I said earlier, nostalgia is the most addictive drug, so I guess let's talk about the real remaster, and that is me. I am older, marginally wiser, and balder, definitely more cynical. Oblivion was never perfect. It was never even good in the way that we talk about good games. It was broken and buggy and awkward and hilarious, and it was mine. It came out at the perfect time. It wasn't the complete lack of hand-holding in Morrowind, but it also wasn't leading you around by the nose, like Skyrim. Follow the quest marker, or don't. Oblivion doesn't care. The game wasn't about mastery, truly. It was about the moments, you know? The chaos of trying to fast travel while a mud crab that's like 300 fucking feet away ruins your entire day. The drama of stealing a single lettuce and then getting chased across Cyrodiil like a war criminal. And now, once again, we've all gathered around to see it again. This time it's cleaned up and polished, a little less potato-faced. And that's when it sort of hits me. I don't want a better game. I want the same game, but like just a little less jagged. Can we not fix how horses navigate? It feels like you're driving a horse still. Anyway, we all know this isn't about progress, really. We're just orbiting the same broken planet in a slightly nicer ship. A loop that I guess I've opted into willingly. I don't know why, because it feels safe, because it feels known, And yeah, maybe that is the saddest part of all. Truth is, I already had the best version of Oblivion, but still I bought this fucking thing. Because let's be real, modders have given better Oblivion away for free for years. Obscuro's Oblivion Overhaul, Deadly Reflex, Carl's Textures, Script Extender Wizardry, oh my god! I've played versions of this game that would give modern RPGs an existential crisis. And yet, again, here I am, handing Todd Howard more money, like it's some sort of tithe. I guess it has been a decade or so, Todd. I'll have that payment right over to you. We all want to act like this version is holier, as if the blessing of Bethesda somehow makes it more real. I've downloaded versions that looked better, and ran smoother, and let me play as a giant Khajiit monk who could suplex trolls off of cliffs, and yet, this one has a Steam badge. It's got the launcher icon. Oh, the implication of legitimacy. That's worth $50, isn't it? I'm stupid, because I paid to validate a memory. Could I have played it on Game Pass? Yeah, sure. But I think I want this in my library for the duration, because of the nostalgia hit. And on that topic, I have to admit that I am the target audience, and I sort of hate it. This game is not trying at all to try and find a new audience outside of putting itself on Game Pass. It's not trying to impress Zoomers or compete with Elden Ring. It's looking at me, the middle-aged nostalgia goblin, right in the eye, and it's saying, "You want this again, don't you?" And yeah, I really do. I want it because I don't really want new anymore. I want something comfort and routine. I think we all do in some capacity. I want to stand in the Imperial City Market District and just do nothing, because that still feels to me like something. I don't think any of us really returned for the challenge. It's a fairly easy game to break and beat, all things considered. But we do return for the echoes, for the illusion that the past can somehow be revisited or revised. We keep asking for new experiences while looping the same old ones over and over again, and they're just gonna keep selling them to us, and guess what? We're just gonna keep on buying! It's like a emotional Groundhog Day, except, with more Daedric cults. I wish I could break the loop, but I don't know if I'm strong enough. I'm not sure I even remember how. It's so depressing, isn't it? I think what a lot of people are missing here is the jank was sort of the point of Oblivion. Everybody says Bethesda these days, but I don't know. Wasn't it fun to get a cheese wheel stuck in a table and just have it launch up into the sky, never to be seen again? But yeah, Oblivion feels less janky now in a lot of ways. It's smooth and respectable and mature. And yeah, like I said, I kind of sort of hate that. I miss the world breaking underneath me. I miss climbing a mountain sideways because the jump button was bound to hope and friction. I miss accidentally shouting, "Stop right there, criminal scum!" out loud whenever a guard showed up. We laugh about the bugs, but they made it feel alive. Not in a curated, handcrafted way, but in a chaotic, unrepeatable, human type of way. This was never a polished experience. It was a collection of half-finished ideas glued together with nothing but ambition and some spaghetti code, and I loved it for that. That's an inspiration to me. Fixing all that might make it more playable, but it also makes it more sterile. Oblivion wasn't just jank, it was jazz, baby! Now it's fucking elevator music. I'd like to fight against it, but still, it does soothe my soul. I can't even pretend I'm mad, because it's not just Oblivion, really. It's this pattern that's been etched into our bones by marketing agents over the years. It's the remaster reflex. We see a game that we loved once, a little sharper, a little smoother. Maybe it runs at 60 FPS now. Oh man, I gotta play Gex in 60 FPS. Something inside of us clicks. Yes, that again. I had the feeling just today. It doesn't matter that we've played the game to death. It doesn't matter that we've already bought it sometimes twice or 3 times across multiple platforms, including our smart fridge. There's just comfort in the repackaging, I guess. It's like seeing your old apartment in a real estate listing, and yeah, you don't live there anymore, but you want to take a little peek inside, see what's changed, see if it still feels like yours. And it does, but also significantly more hollow, like it was turned into an Airbnb or something. And the truth is, it's not just Bethesda doing it. It's Rockstar, Naughty Dog, Nintendo charging $80 for ports of decades-old games and calling them deluxe editions. Yeah, you want to play Mario Kart again? Don't ya? No, actually. For once, I don't think I do. And then it comes out, and it's like, okay, stick to it. You guys remember when we got The Last of Us, and then The Last of Us again? And when we got Skyrim, and Skyrim again, and again, and again, and again? It's like a high-res chorus of like, hey, you already own this, but wouldn't it be nice if it had ray tracing? And every time I say I won't, and every time I fucking do. I'm not sure that I'm even buying games anymore. I think I'm just buying reassurance that something I loved might survive the passage of time. That I can. I'll pass it down to my kids and they'll say, wow, Dad's Steam account. He sure played a bunch of bullshit. And they'll say, that's right, kids, I did. But now you can play the same, whatever, Conjuration Battle Mage. That's the first Oblivion character I rolled. It's fucking sick. His name is Poop Fist. But really, let's get a little raw for a second and talk about this syndrome that I am afflicted by. This middle-aged gamer syndrome. We don't have a cool acronym for it yet. But, I'll peel back the sardonic mask and be honest with you guys and say that, I used to play games to discover new worlds. You could go anywhere. You could be anything. It would light up your imagination like nothing else. But now, I'm sort of just playing them to remember who I was when I first saw them. Hoping that my imagination might catch some flicker from the nostalgia bomb. The time was that I chased every new release and every trend. I had folders of mods and forums bookmarked and a backlog that truly felt like a badge of honor. It's not gotten any smaller. But hey, maybe someday my kids will want to play Skater Gator. But nowadays, yes, I get through work being a husband and a father, and I find some time for myself, and I feel tired, man. I scroll through Game Pass, and I sigh, and then I'm like, yeah, why not boot up Oblivion, or Fallout 4, or Project Zomboid, or any of these games that have captured some sort of nostalgia for me? And why do I boot them up? Well, not because they're the best games ever. They totally are the best games ever. But it's also because I don't have to learn them all over again. I already know the shape of basically everything involved. The muscle memory is inside of me. The warmth and the weirdness. Yeah, it doesn't ask anything new of me. Certain games I know well will push me to my limit, mostly roguelikes. But Oblivion is not that. Oblivion is comfort food. I've often said on the channel that you should run from what's comfortable. Being uncomfortable is where we grow. But I don't know, sometimes it is nice to have a cozy space to come back to. You just can't stay there for too long. The fact that the game asks nothing new of me is an observation, and there's a little bit of comfort in that, but there's also a dash of tragedy as well, I'm not looking for new stories currently. I'm looking for familiar echoes. Not a challenge, just a companion. Somebody who's been there all the while. Somebody that I can come back and visit any time. And I guess maybe that really is what Oblivion is at this point. Not a game, but an old friend. that I can visit in short bursts, knowing exactly how it will greet me. And it will greet me with horse armor, because the loop never fucking ends. Horse armor wasn't the end of it either. There's always more DLC. I bought Maroon's Razor again. I don't even do fucking dagger builds. Somewhere deep in the data center, a Bethesda executive got a notification that I'd bought the entire package and smiled the smile of someone who knows exactly what I am. Predictable. A consumer. I could have said no. I could have drawn the line. I could have been better and risen above. But nostalgia is so fucking strong. I spent 8 hours in-game and didn't feel it for an instant. All of a sudden, I was right back there to, I won't say better times, but easier times. And so yeah, instead I stood in the chapel of my own hypocrisy, confessing it here for you lovely people, covered in my enchanted loot, and, well, a big old backpack full of denial as well. And I'm just whispering to myself, yeah, it's not that much money. It's not that bad. Come on, guys. I hate the fact that I am the loot goblin now. I am the shrine to nostalgia. I am the microtransaction made flesh. I don't know. Maybe it's not about the game. People seem really excited about the game, but I don't know if it's about the game. Maybe it never really was. Because Oblivion Remastered isn't a revival. It's a gravestone that we visit once in a while to remember who we were when we first learned how to lose ourselves in a world that didn't judge us. We come back not because we believe that it's new, but because it reminds us of a time when we were new. I don't need the game to change. I really just do want it to be there. Uploaded to the cloud, living beyond my death, a save file that never gets overwritten, at least in theory. And somewhere between the loading screens and the looping soundtracks, I find peace in this sort of predictability. And again, that might be sad to some people, but to me, it just feels like being honest. Am I upset that the game exists? No, quite the opposite. I am delighted. And I hopped on board, but I saw everybody talking about how, over the top and amazing it is. And I decided to sort of take another angle. Ask myself, why did I do this to myself? It's dumb. But I don't know. Sometimes dumb stuff sure feels good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode, friends. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate that so much. Sign up on the Patreon, the YouTube memberships. Goodness, people helping me out every month. Thank you, thank you. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.